Hi everyone, Matt from Snare here. In this video we're going to have a look at distributing different sets of logs to different destinations. I will show you how easy it is to use Snare Central as a broker, ensuring only relevant logs go to your SIM, SOC or MSSP, which may significantly reduce the cost of these solutions or services, especially if you are charged per EPS or consumed storage. This may also increase visibility and reduce such KPIs as MTTD or MTTR. First, let's discuss our setup. I have two Windows 10 VMs called Win10A and Win10B. They have Snare Agent installed and collecting logs from these machines. I also have my Snare Central VM version 8.2, which is my primary log repository, and it also provides central management for my agents. Both agents are configured to send logs to my primary Snare Central VM, which I'm going to call Snare Central A. What I want to do now is I want to use Snare Central to forward some of my logs to an external destination. Again, this could be a SIM, SOC or maybe an MSSP. For the purpose of this exercise, the role of an external destination will be played by another instance of Snare Central, and I'm going to call it Snare Central B. Okay. Let's confirm that Snare Central A is receiving logs from my Windows VMs. We can do this in Status, Monitor Live Data. And indeed, I can see logs from Win10A and Win10B being received. I also have some logs generated locally by Snare Central itself. Let me show you how easy it is to configure Reflector, which is the component forwarding logs to other destinations. In order to do that, we need to go to System, Administrative Tools, Configure Collector Reflector. I now need to click Configure and I can add a new destination. I'm going to enter the address of my Snare Central B and select TLS for the protocol, which is something you want to do when moving logs across external networks like the internet. As you can see, the port number has changed automatically as Snare Central listens on port 6163 for logs coming in using TLS. Obviously, if you're sending logs to another platform which uses a different port, you can change it here. Next, I can also change the log format, for instance to one of the RFC standards if required, but I will stick with Snare Central format here. Now we can finally configure filters. So in this scenario, I want to forward all the logs coming from my network 10.8.2.0/24, which can represent a production network. I also want to exclude my Win10B VM, which has an IP address of 10.8.2.102, as maybe I use it only for testing purposes and I don't need these logs to be reflected further and potentially increase my bill. Just to confirm, we're using Perl compatible regular expression. All these settings can be configured independently for each destination, so different SIM platforms or MSSPs can have different ports, protocols, formats, and different include-exclude logic as needed. Now, all I need to do is save these settings. Let's confirm that Snare Central B is receiving logs only from Win10A VM. And this is correct. I can see logs from Win10A VM, but not Win10B VM. Obviously, this is a very simple example, but you can build much more complex regex queries to include-exclude relevant data like logs from specific machines, applications, or containing particular event IDs or even phrases. And because you can have multiple regex expressions per destination, you can be very specific in terms of what logs you're forwarding to your destinations. And this is it. As you can see, it's very easy to forward filtered logs to multiple destinations with Snare Central. Thank you and see you in the next video. Watch our entire Problem Solve series to learn more ways to easily glean additional value from your Snare solution.